Good evening. My name is Chase Johnston. Welcome inside Cal Tire Place. It is game number 17 of 20 in the pod season. You're listening and you're watching to Murray's Pizza, West Kelowna Warriors Hockey on Hockey TV and Mixlr, presented tonight by our friends over at Sea Lovers Fish and Chips. Some of the best fish and chips you'll ever get, not only in the Okanagan, but the entire country. I gotta admit, go see the gang over at Sea Lovers. Order some takeout when you can. Support your local restaurants. And one of you season ticket holders, it's going to be a treat for you because you might win a $30 gift card, courtesy of our friends over at Sea Lovers Fish and Chips. So make sure you listen in the third period. We'll announce a winner shortly. It is the 10-5 1-1 Vernon Vipers hosting the 6-8 1-1 West Kelowna Warriors. Warriors, unfortunately, suffered a 4-1 loss at the hands of the Salmon Arm Silverbacks last night. The Warriors had some good news going into the game, and that was Marcus Joughin and Elan Barlowwise returned. Maybe a little bit of rust, especially on a guy like Elan Barlowwise who missed 9 games in a row. They're looking for a better outcome. Obviously, the Warriors are also looking at capitalizing on the power play this time. The Warriors are 0 for 15. They only had 2 attempts last game, but hoping to have a better outcome here tonight against the Vernon Vipers. The Vipers do lead the pod standings right now. They're 1 point ahead of the Salmon Arm Silverbacks for first place. Warriors hoping to continue their winning ways that they had against the Vipers. They've had a lot more success against the Vipers compared to the Salmon Arm Silverbacks. So see what they can do. Another big boost to the lineup is Carter Schmidt is expected to slot in. We'll have Marcus Joughin here phoning just shortly. He's just arriving on the bench. There he is, Marcus Joughin. And Marcus Joughin, you are on the Valley First pregame show. Thank you so much for jumping on. Came on a little early, too. I appreciate that as well. But first off, welcome back to the lineup. I know that was a little difficult for you, thinking I might only be out 1 or 2 games. Turns out it was more than a week and a bit. How difficult was that to watch your team from the stands?
Yeah, obviously it's difficult to be out when you want to be out there on the ice, doing whatever you can to help the boys out. So it was difficult to watch, but I just tried to be a leader and be a good presence in the locker room and just be supportive while they were out there.
Simon Ferguson may have warned me before the game. You know, Elan and Marcus may have a little bit of rust on their gears a little bit. What did you see out of your first game? How did it feel?
To be honest, the outcome sucked. Obviously losing 4-1, but I thought I played pretty well for my first game coming back for missing 5 there.
I don't know if you actually know the real stat, Marcus. When you went out of the lineup, the Warriors went 0 for 13 on the power play, you obviously being a missing piece on both the power play and the penalty kill. What sort of things did you work on over the last 6 months during that offseason to prepare for you being a two-way player?
I think just in the gym, getting stronger, more explosive, faster, and then just I think a big thing for me coming into this was just have my confidence up, and I feel like when I'm confident and I have the puck on my stick, I can make things happen.
You got Carter Schmidt slotting into the lineup for the first time of the pod season. How excited is the dressing room to actually be able to run 4 lines for the first time since opening weekend?
Oh, obviously it's great to have 4 lines, and we're really happy to have Schmitty back in the lineup. I know he's super jacked up for this one, and we're all happy for him.
You're penciled in to be on a little bit of a stacked line there with Zach Brooks and Carter Wilkie. It's a lot of speed on that line, Marcus. Have you actually practiced with those two before?
We actually just found out earlier today that we're going to be playing together tonight, but we're just going to go out there and try to provide some offense and help the Warriors win here.
Thanks for this, Marcus, and best of luck tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Chase.
That is Marcus Joughin. Very professional interviewer Marcus Joughin is. He should be. He's a 2001 born. Some notable lineup changes for the Warriors with Carter Schmidt slotting into the lineup. That should mean that sitting out will be Bryden St. Clair. So the Warriors will run 60 and 12 forwards for the very first time since the opening weekend of the pod season. Notable scratches include Sullivan Curran, Austin Madge, and still still battling a upper body injury is Brennan Nelson. Apparently I'm battling an upper body injury right now too. For the Vernon Vipers, Sam Dewar, the healthy scratch. Chell Chemu still out for the remainder of the pod season with a torn tricep. And James Porter Jr. will be getting the start between the pipes for the Vipers. As for the Warriors, Zach Bennett is penciled in to be the starter. Of course, you don't really know who the starter is going to be when you have Simon Ferguson behind the bench, but at least from my vantage point, it appears that Zach Bennett, Winnipeg native, will be getting the start. We are going to take a couple-minute break, and then it is on to Puck Drop. It is the Vipers. It is the Warriors. It is Murray's Pizza, West Kelowna Warriors Hockey, and Hockey TV and Mixler, presented tonight by Sea Lovers Fish and Chips.